what are we trying to do with this golf club? I'm going to hit some 7-irons here and just kind of talk you through how I think about the golf swing, and maybe this will help you understand where speed really comes from. There's an old book called The Search for the Perfect Golf Swing. I think it was written in the 50s or 60s, and they came up with the idea, or through their measurements, that about 67%, or about 2/3 of your clubhead speed comes from the release of your wrists. So for me, that's 7-iron. I hit my 7-iron about 185 yards. And one of my biggest things is I don't want to work for it. I like to swing really smooth and easy. So how does a guy my size, I'm 5'9", 165, 170 pounds, and obviously it doesn't look like I'm working very hard for this, because I'm not. I'm actually trying to do everything I can to decel the forward momentum of my hands to avoid them from doing this, so that my hands do that. And that's where all the speed comes from. That's what makes the swing effortless. This is a little twig, it's a stick. You're not trying to hit it with your whole body. I don't want to move something really, like as if I'm moving something really heavy, or I'm going to move it slow. It's really light, and I want to move it really fast. So for me, my whole feeling about the golf swing and what I teach is effortless speed. I've been obsessed with effortless power my entire life. I'm 48 years old now, and I started playing serious golf, competitive golf when I was 14, and my whole life has been, I want to hit it as hard as possible while swinging as easy as possible. And so for me, I'm really trying to not turn my body through, because that's going to drag the handle and the club through, drag my hands through. I'm trying to actually get my hands, I'm swinging in such a way that my hands will naturally slow down so that my wrists can snap. Ooh, that was sexy. Nothing better than a compressed golf ball. So if you struggle with speed, 9 times out of 10, people are really coiling up, really turning their shoulders really hard, and really trying to turn them through, because once you wind these muscles up, it's hard to shut them down. They're going to want to fire. For me, my body is essentially pretty relaxed, going back, and then I just kind of wait on it to come down, and then I snap my left leg and my wrists at the same time. That's how I snap my wrists. This action of pushing this left leg back and straightening it up is what actually creates the snapping motion for my hands, not me trying to do it with my hands per se. Ooh, another good one. So if you're one of those guys who struck at 90 miles an hour, 95 miles an hour with the driver, which is very, very common. First of all, don't feel alone. Pretty much everybody is. It's not trying to push the club with my arms or my shoulders or my body, and I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to not have any hand speed, in the sense that I'm trying to move my hands toward the target or toward the ball. I'm trying to let them come down as slow as possible, and then brake really hard so that my hands snap and my hands and club fling past my body. That's kind of my visual, my feeling of what I try to do in my swing, so that I don't have to work very hard to hit the ball pretty far. So that feeling is truly, while it looks like my body's turning, I don't really try and turn my body. My body's really turning because the club is pulling me around. I'm trying to actually feel that the club goes straight back, straight up, my hip goes straight back and straight back, and then my left hip goes straight back, and then my hands snap. It doesn't look like that, but that's actually what the movements of what you're trying to do with your body are. If you're trying to turn and you're wondering why your club's going way inside here, is because you don't really turn like that in the swing. I don't try and turn my body in that sense at all. So if you struggle with speed, understand that it's all in your hands. Your hands are the most coordinated, fastest moving part of your body, the most dexterous part of your body. And a lot of golfers kind of try to take them out of the swing and turn through, and you can play like that for sure. Lots of great golfers play like that. But if you want to swing really easy and hit the ball really hard, you want your wrists to snap. And that was what Rotary Swing is all about.